Hi everyone on YouTube, this is Jeff from geoffmobile.com, back with the second ever episode of the 3D Chef, coming to you in 3D 180 virtual reality. This recipe today is mushroom chicken penne. It is a really nice dish made with mushroom soup, real mushrooms, and penne with onions and garlic. It's a lovely recipe, I'm sure you'll like it. So please follow along and watch this video in virtual reality if you want the full 3D experience. Now without further ado, let's get started. If you look down here, you can see the ingredients for today's recipe. I've got 1.5 cups of chicken broth, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic minced, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 4 boneless, skinless chicken thighs, a bag of mini carrots, 1 454 gram box of penne, 1 small onion chopped, some salt and pepper, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, some cremini mushrooms, and some olive oil. For the first step, we're going to turn on the Instant Pot on saute mode and make sure it's on normal, not high or not low. I'm going to add some olive oil to the pot. There we go. Alright, so that olive oil is now hot, so I'm going to add the chicken into the pot. So we're going to cook that chicken in the oil, saute it for a few minutes on both sides until it's no longer red or pink. Starting to sizzle nicely in the oil. I'll turn them upside down so they cook on both sides. The purpose of sauteing the chicken before we put it under pressure is to brown it a little bit, which will make the flavors enhanced for sure. So it's a little bit brown, so I'm going to remove the chicken to a platter. Next we add our onions, our mushrooms, and our garlic. Give it a stir. I'm going to add a bit of chicken broth here, just to deglaze the bottom of the pot. If you like cooking with wine, you could use red wine as well, but I actually no longer cook with wine now that I know that alcohol doesn't really burn off, and I definitely want to serve this for our son, who's quite young. So I don't want to include any alcohol in his food. But if you're only cooking for adults and you like the flavor of wine, then you could add a bit of red wine at this point. So scrape the bottom of the pot to scrape up all of the brown bits off the bottom. That's where the flavor is really enhanced, by all those brown bits. Definitely helps to use a wooden spoon for this. I really think it's essential. We'll just add some carrots now. I like to put lots of carrots. I put almost half the bag of baby carrots. You don't really need to saute the vegetables too much. Just mostly the chicken helps to enhance the flavor. The vegetables will soften a lot under pressure. So I'll add the rest of the chicken stock now. Add our dried thyme, salt and pepper. I'll give it a stir. And on top, I'll add the chicken. Add the chicken juice, extra flavor. Now it's important not to stir because we want the layer of veggies and then the layer of chicken to be there. We're going to add the whole box of pasta right on top, but do not stir. I'm going to fill it up with water so the water reaches almost to the top of the pasta. pat it down. I don't stir, I just kind of do a stabbing motion with the spoon just to make things settle a bit more, but keep the layering. And then I'll add a little bit more water so that the pasta is pretty much submerged in the water. On top, I'll add cream of mushroom soup, but I'm not going to stir it in because this stuff could bubble up, so I don't want to mix it in. I use the low salt kind, but you can also use no salt. Or if you like salty food, you could also just use regular salt version of mushroom soup. And I'm going to add to add a creaminess, I'm going to add a bit of oat milk right on top. There we go. Just going to wipe the lid so it has a better seal. No liquid on the top of the rim. For your lid, make sure that the inner silicone ring is in place around the metal piece. And also on the top, you should have a sealing dial in place. So put the lid on, lock it up, turn it to seal, turn off saute mode, put it on pressure cook manual for 10 minutes. And I'll turn off the keep warm setting. This will beep and will go through the cooking cycle. After about 10 minutes, it will finish heating up and the little metal valve will rise to the top. Then it will count down from the time that you set, which was 10 minutes. And after it finishes the 10-minute cycle, it will beep and it will turn off. If I had the keep warm setting on, it would continue cooking, but I really don't want it to continue cooking after 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes are up, it will beep and turn off. And at that point, I will do a quick release of the pressure, which I'll turn the valve and the valve will release the pressure. And then we'll be ready to eat. Basically, we'll just stir it up and that'll be it. So it's been over 10 minutes. The Instant Pot has finished beeping and it's been a couple minutes sitting here. I wasn't able to come and release the pressure right away, but there's still some pressure in the top of the pot. So I'll turn on the fan and I'll turn the dial. The rest of the pressure will escape from the pot. I also will unplug the pot. So put on your oven mitts and get ready to open the lid. As soon as it stops hissing, that means the pressure is released and we can open the lid. It's not quite ready yet. The valve dropped down to the bottom. Open the lid. Give it a bit of a shake so the liquid doesn't drop on your feet. The pot is all bubbly, it's nice. Let's move it over to the stove. Just give it a big stir. That looks amazing. It's more like a stew because there's extra liquid. If we put less liquid, then it would be more like a pasta dish. Right now it's more like a soup or a stew. So put the lid on so it just has a bit of a skew like that and let the flavors combine for about 5 minutes and then it'll be ready to serve. Or you can put it in sealed containers in the fridge for up to 2 or 3 days. Now I'm going to serve a little bit into my bowl. Give it a try. Looks very nice. Delicious. For more recipes, please click the subscribe button below. Check out some of my other videos on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos on my channel for more videos in 3D 180 VR. Have a great one and see you later.